Hello, and welcome to Hollywood Headlines. I'm your host, Michael W. Keehan, and on tonight's episode, we are going to be talking about the latest news in Hollywood, starting with Brandy getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Hollywood Headlines starts now. Before we get into the show, I would like to take a moment to thank Maddie Heckler for being today's guest. Brandy has earned her flowers and cemented her Hollywood legacy with a star on the Walk of Fame. The Grammy winner was honored on March 30th with the 2,839th star on the Walk of Fame. Brandy shared her long-standing goal of earning a star, saying, quote, "Seeing the stars on the Walk of Fame lit something in me. It made me believe. It made me affirm over my own life. I'm going to sing my way onto one of these stars," and I did. As honored as I've been by every accolade, every milestone, every form of recognition, I didn't want to stop at just being remembered on the Hollywood high school mural. I wanted a legacy written in stone, end quote. Brandy's new honor comes at a perfect time with her memoir titled Phases being released on March 31st. Maddie, how do you feel about Brandy finally getting this honor?
I think it's pretty cool. There's a lot of stars that have their own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame that have really deserved it. A lot of recent ones that have gotten it that have deserved it. I would eventually love to get out and see the Hollywood Walk of Fame myself. So I think it's really awesome that she got one.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really cool that you can just like walk down Hollywood and see a bunch of like Hollywood stars like just on the ground. You can, and it's just like an everyday thing.
Yeah, and the fact that she's over 2,000 stars on that I can't imagine how long that Walk of Fame must be now. That's like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like one street. It's just like kind of like a mile stretching as far as like, I don't know, a street in LA would go.
Who knows?
Yeah, I wonder, I do wonder what the limit is, like how many stars they could have before they gotta like, start cutting stars or like find a new road.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Can the editor, hopefully the editor can figure out that answer.
Mhm.
Pizza Movie is a college comedy where a shy college student and his reckless roommate set out on a simple mission to grab pizza after a strange dose of a mind-bending substance throws them into a chaotic night of absurd encounters, wild hallucinations, and unexpected revelations that could change their lives forever. This film marks Gaten Matarazzo's first feature role following the conclusion of Stranger Things, where he is also an executive producer for the film as well. Pizza Movie was written and directed by Brian McElhaney and Nick Cocker, also known as the internet sketch comedy duo Britannic. Others in the cast include Sarah Sherman, Sean Giambrone, Jack Martin, Peyton Elizabeth Lee, Marcus Schrimner, Caleb Heron, and more. American High's Jeremy Gerlich and Will Phelps produced alongside All Things Comedy's Billy Rosenberg. This film is set to premiere on Hulu and Disney Plus on April 3rd. Maddie, are you excited to watch Pizza Movie?
Yeah, I literally just learned about this pretty recently.
Oh,
so it
interesting.
sounds pretty interesting and absolutely hilarious. So I might end up watching it with like my stepdad or something, like when I go home, because I'm going home for
Interesting.
Easter. So
Oh, yeah.
I might watch it with them. Like, it just seems very interesting and certainly different. And with how much I loved Gaten in Stranger Things, like, he's probably did a really good job in his role.
Yeah, I assume you've definitely seen his work. Do you think he can like translate that to like a film?
Yeah, like actors, out of all the movies, TV shows, and everything that I've seen, actors have many different sides to themselves, and it seems like they can really well adapt themselves to the role that they're stepping into. So I think he's going to do a pretty good job, and it's going to be interesting, like, with how funny his character was on Stranger Things. I think he's going to do good in a comedy movie like this.
Yeah, definitely. This film definitely gives like Harold and Kumar meets Stranger Things vibes. So I definitely would be interested to see how this film goes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When we come back from the break, we will be talking about Ryan Coogler directing a new X-Files series. Hollywood Headlines will be right back. The next generation of X-Files is here. Academy Award-winning filmmaker Ryan Coogler, fresh off the success of Sinners, is now turning to a reboot of the iconic 90s sci-fi mystery show which launched the careers of filmmakers like Chris Carter, Vince Gilligan, and James Wan. Recently, the X-Files show announced their leading cast, who will be following in the large footsteps of David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson. Danielle Deadwyler of The Harder They Fall and The Piano Lesson, and Himesh Patel of Tenet and Station 11 will star as the leads for this new X-Files reboot. It is unclear if they will play new characters or play new versions of Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. Jennifer Yale, a writer known for her work on shows like Legion, See, and The Copenhagen Test, was also announced to serve as the showrunner for the series. Coogler is set to write and direct the pilot, while creator Chris Carter will serve as an executive producer. Maddie, what do you think of this upcoming reboot?
It's definitely interesting. Like, we keep seeing more and more shows being rebooted and like getting new casts and everything. Sometimes they fail, sometimes they succeed. So this is definitely going to be interesting to see like how it falls out and see if it like does well or does bad. I saw a couple episodes of X-Files, not too many, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they like take it and see how they like run with it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know a lot about the X-Files, but Ryan Coogler is one of my favorite filmmakers. I love Sinners. I love Black Panther 1 and 2. I heard that he actually did this show because his mom is a really big X-Files fan, and I just think that's just so adorable.
That's really sweet.
Makes me like him even more. Do you think he'd be a good fit for an X-Files reboot?
Maybe. I like considering his his past directorial like book that he's done, everything that he's made. I think he's gonna do really well with it, so I think it could potentially succeed. So I think he's a pretty good fit.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think Duchovny and Anderson could return in like their old roles or new roles or anything like that?
Potentially. I've seen like most reboot shows usually have like a special appearance of like their character coming back for like an episode or two or so.
Yeah.
Or maybe for like a season, like an old character comes back.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. Tread carefully, Wanderer. This place is just as much a grade as it is a threshold. Backrooms, an upcoming A24 supernatural sci-fi horror movie based on the internet creepypasta, just released its first teaser trailer. The teaser promises an unnerving descent into the nightmare that is being stuck in a liminal space through a found footage lens. Although the trailer didn't explain much about the plot, it did show what we can expect to see. The Backrooms we have come to love, an endless maze of empty rooms that resemble an office, illuminated by harsh fluorescent lights and decorated from floor to ceiling in sickly yellow. The purgatory-like space is devoid of human life, but is inhabited by unseen entities that watch and follow anyone unlucky enough to end up in the location. The movie is being directed by Kane Parsons, known as Kane Pixels on the internet, who is the creator of the viral series that explores Backrooms on YouTube through first-person videos. Parsons says that his Backrooms series completely changed his life, and the movie explores places and things that we haven't seen yet. He said, quote, "The Backrooms are not and never have been something that I think about as an internet trend or a meme. It's just a story I genuinely care about, with characters I genuinely care about," end quote. A24's Backrooms is set to be released on May 29th, 2026. Maddie, are you excited for the release of this film?
Oh, I am excited for the release of this because I watched like the original videos that came out about it. I'm pretty sure there's a game about it too. Like I watched a ton of gaming YouTubers play that. Like it's definitely an interesting, like very the subliminal story. Like it's definitely interesting and very creepy. So I'm excited to see this different take on like a different kind of like movie with it being very like subliminal, like endless maze of hallways and rooms. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting how they do this movie. So I'm excited to see.
Yeah, they announced that like Chiwetel Ejiofor, Renee Triznev, definitely butchering those, and Mark Duplass. They are cast in the film. How do you feel about like actors being involved in this adaptation of like a very minimalist internet production?
It's definitely going to be an interesting take. I'm excited to see how they do with it, and I'm just excited to see how this movie is overall.
Yeah.
It definitely seems like it's going to be interesting because it's its own like crazy thing.
Yeah, definitely. At the very least, it is awesome to see that a young filmmaker on the internet can get this big. So yeah, props to Kane Pixels. When we come back, we will be playing a Brandy-themed game. Hollywood Headlines will be right back. Welcome back. Since Brandy received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, we're going to put your Brandy knowledge to the test with this game we like to call the Best of Brandy. Maddie, you'll be given 10 seconds to match one of the potential answers that you think is the best answer for the prompt I will provide. Are you ready, Maddie?
I guess.
All right, here's the prompt. Which princess did Brandy portray in a film from 1997? Is it A, Snow White, B, Cinderella, C, Ariel, or D, Aurora? Your time starts now.
Ooh, I, in all honesty, don't really know too much about her, so I'm gonna be taking a wild guess. But knowing Disney, I know who played Aurora, Cinderella. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna say wild shot. I'm gonna say Snow White.
Okay, let's see the answer. The answer is B, Cinderella. This was in a 1997 movie with Whitney Houston, and she actually reprised the role. And actually, Brandy actually reprised the role in a Descendants movie. So that's pretty neat. Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight's episode, but make sure to come back next week for the latest news in Hollywood. A big thank you to Maddie Heckler for coming on today's show. I'm Michael W. Kean. Have a great week, Millersville.